Consider the following table of values for the functions of f and g and their inverses f inverse and g inverse. Based on the table above, which of the following statements are true, select all that applies. So they want us to find out what f of x is, and then as a result find out what their inverses are. So let's take a look and see if we can find any patterns for f of x. Now as x goes up by 1, f of x goes up by 2. Which means this is linear. So f of x is a linear function that goes up by 2. All right, so if my x value is at 1 and begins at 3, that means if I were to go up to an invisible 0, 3 would go down to an invisible 1, so my y-intercept would be 1. So f of x is 2x plus 1. Looks like g of x is going to follow the same trends for the most part. So if I were to take a look at this, this goes up by 2 also every single time. So g of x equals 2x. And if you go up by 2, then going backwards 1 is going to be invisible 3. So we're going to say plus 3 for that. So f of x is 2x plus 1, so check and check, that doesn't help. And g of x is 2x plus 3, so check and get rid of u. Okay, so now use that information to find out what f inverse of x is and g inverse of x is. So I'm going to do that by replacing, for f of x first, y with f of x, so y equals 2x plus 1. Now swap the x and the y to make it x equals 2y plus 1. Solve for your new y. Subtract 1, you get x minus 1 equals 2y. Divide by 2, and y is going to equal x minus 1 all over 2. Now this was f of x. So now we know that f inverse of x is x minus 1 all over 2. Let's do the same thing with g of x. By the way, does that allow us to eliminate anything? X minus 1 over 2, x minus 1. Yep, so C is not an option, D was not an option. All right, so A is still a possibility, it looks like. Let's do g of x and do the same thing. Okay, turn g of x into y. Y equals 2x plus 3. Swap the x and the y, so x equals 2y plus 3. Minus 3 gives you x minus 3 equals 2y. Divide everything by 2. And now y equals x minus 3 all over 2. So that was g of x. So now we can say that the inverse of g of x is going to be x minus 3 all over 2. So this is, I didn't even realize that. This is the circle all that apply. So we found out that f of x is 2x plus 1, check, and f inverse is x minus 1 over 2, check, A is a possibility. And we found out that g of x is 2x plus 3, check, and g inverse is x minus 3 over 2, check, B is the other possibility. So A and B are our answers. RR is what pirates say when they like and subscribe.